Hey folks, this is Vincent Adderley with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly revisit Northgard. Specifically, we'll be looking at the new Bifrost mode. This is a free update. This is not a DLC. You do not have to pay for it. In fact, the entire game right now is like 80% off. The core game is 80% off. A lot of the DLCs are 50% off. So if you're looking to get into this game, now might be the cheaper time to do it. So what is this new Bifrost mode? Well, you can play it solo or you can play it with up to 3 other people. And depending on the number of players, you'll have access to so many starting building slots. Let me explain all of that. So this is a new mode where it throws you and other players into a small map and you're trying to find the Bifrost structure, and then you have to explore it in order to win the game. And to do that, you have to get to that territory and capture it, then send your scout to explore it. But every winter, you're going to be attacked by waves of enemies. You'll see little flags pop up, and it'll indicate the direction they're coming from, and you'll have to defend your territories and fight an ever-increasing enemy, because they're just going to get stronger and stronger. Now, to help you during game setup, you'll be able to choose buildings. And unlike Northgard by itself, like the core game, you can only bring so many buildings with you. So you have to coordinate with the other players. I'm going to bring this food building and this money-making building and this other building, this healer's hut. And then you might bring the long dock or the long ship, whatever it's called, and these other buildings. And we kind of have to figure out who's bringing what, because you can actually ask for your partners to build something in your territory, and they could totally set you up to do that. All you gotta do is I want you to build here. There's a special ping button, a special build button, and you say, I'd like this building here. It'll ping it, and your friend can then plop that building down in your territory. So you can work together to get everything done. But like I said, you're not going to have the full range of buildings available to you. You'll have a limited amount of buildings. You'll have to ask some of your friends. And even then, there were some buildings that Idly and I never had access to. We didn't bring the forge with us between the two of us. So we couldn't upgrade our tools. We couldn't make our structures better. So we were hurting in certain aspects. We didn't even bring silos. Okay, which is crazy. But you will be playing Northgard like you normally would. You're going to level up, and you're going to get more combat experience and the like. What's new is that after you defend every winter from that wave, you and your partners get to select a bonus. There's typically, at least in our game, there was 6 different bonuses to choose from. Some are instantaneous, like +2 happiness. You get that immediately. It's a permanent buff for you. And the buff that you pick, the other people do not get. So you each have to kind of coordinate and figure out who gets what. Some of those, however, have to be added to your lore tree, your tech tree, and it will replace an existing one. There are no there are clans still, and you get to pick a clan, but there are no clan bonuses in that lore tree. Rather, some of the techs that you pick from this bonus will replace the basic ones in your lore tree, and then instead you can pick those as you level up your lore. So again, there's a lot of different decision making going on here. I know I've talked a lot, so Idly, what did you think of this mode? What were your initial impressions?
I really dug it. I love that this is actually such the co-op aspect for the game, the multiplayer co-op aspect is really cool. But this is I'm the left arm, you're the right arm. You really need to
It's
to
like Cho'Gall all
communicate.
over again from Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, you have to actually coordinate with your partners, and it's a really fun mode because you have to constantly communicate. I love that even though you're not able to bring every single building, you're still able to build a building if you choose that one bonus that you get every winter. So because sometimes they do have the option to give you certain buildings too,
hmm
not just bonuses.
Like you
um
unlocked the food silo about 3/4 of the way through that run. You
mhm.
finally unlocked it via one of those bonuses, and then you were able to build it. So the buildings that
Yes.
you don't take with you, you might have the opportunity to unlock later.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually saw the forge building, but I didn't. I thought the food silo building was more important,
Mm-hmm.
especially for the difficulty that we were playing on. But even though it was at an easier difficulty, it was like pulling teeth, and it was kind of frustrating because as soon as you build up, everything just goes to crap again because as the enemies get stronger, it gets so much harder to really defend all the areas that you're
Mm-hmm.
expanding to. So you have to be really careful where to expand, what territory you're capturing, because you can't just go willy-nilly and capture everything like you kind of normally would, you know?
Mm-hmm. Right. And the map is very open. So, like, if you capture this territory over here, typically if enemies spawn, they find a way to get over there. Even if it's like, even if you think it's safe, it's not. So, like, I was expanding to the left. I'm like, there's no way they can make it from the top all the way down to this side. Like, they'd have to run through several territories to get to me. And no, once I started capturing territories more to the left, that's where they started spawning over there too, like magically. So
Mhm.
it seems like they spawn from the shoreline and make their way toward wherever. Now, you can still build defensive towers in this game, one per territory, unless you've got a bonus. And you do not need stone in order to upgrade them. You do need lots of money, though, lots of gold. In addition to that, there's a new defense building called a barricade, and you can put the barricade on one of the borders of that territory, and it will like automatically damage enemies coming from that direction. And whenever you place a barricade, you'll be able to see little green dots, and it'll tell you what side of the territory it's actually covering. So that was interesting too. It was a new unit, a new building that I've never seen before, and I also got to unlock like the new tower types. Like there was an electric tower type that I unlocked via one of the bonuses, and that was really cool. In fact, I got another bonus where I got one free tower upgrade every year or something like that. So as I was expanding, I was pretty much like just getting a tower down and then upgrading it for free, solidifying my position. That was fun. And I forgot to mention this, but there are three different difficulties. There's I think it's easy, normal, hard, but it's labeled as like explore, normal, or something, and then something else. I don't know, but. I will admit that I kind of raged at this on our first playthrough. A, because I made the mistake of not bringing any crown buildings, so both of us were hurting for gold, and we got steamrolled almost. And our second playthrough, it was a bit better, but I still felt like the enemy waves were still too strong for an easy difficulty mode. Like it, after I was done playing, I felt like I'd run a marathon rather than having played a casual game with idly. Like I typically like to play co-op games casually with my friends to unwind and have fun. At the end of our session, I was tired, like physically tired, mentally
Yeah.
exhausted. I'm like, I gotta walk away from my computer. If that happens to me, that's not a casual slash easy difficulty to me.
Yeah, I think this mode is definitely for advanced players, like people who know the factions, people who know what they're getting into, people who know the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is definitely not for newbies, because you're starting off with a lot of limitations, especially like building wise, and then you have to build up from bonuses from different factions, by the way, which I thought was really cool. So you can have like Dragonkin units as a squirrel faction. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I saw the ability to build an arena pit, and I'm like, wait, I'm not that hound one,
yeah.
that hound faction that we just covered. We're not that. So it was interesting to see. Yeah.
Mm. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was cool when I love that you can still ally yourself with neutral factions and not in the regular way that you would. You just kind of have to scout them. That's all it is, and trade with them. Um, but it's not, you don't have um that difficult time of competing with other players.
Right.
making friends with the neutral allies. Sorry,
Mm-hmm. No, that
I
makes
was
sense.
trying to
There's
think
no
of how to say
kobolds
it.
that I saw. It was just the Jotun or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
I didn't see any kobold camps, but we only played the one map. There's two maps to choose between. There was
Mhm.
Midgard, and I'm guessing the other one was Ragnarok, but I don't remember.
I think it was called like Odinophonol or
Yes,
Odonophonophonol.
exactly. Snuffleupagus. Yes.
Yes.
So, yeah. So I guess with a minute or two left, like, would you mentioned you want to unlock all of the skins because if you beat this mode, you unlock new skins for that clan that you
Hmm.
can use, and I'm guessing you want all of them now.
All of them. Every single one of them. I'm doing it right now,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. See, me, I feel like I will play this, but I have to be in the mood to run a marathon. I feel like
Hmm.
I have to be in the mood for it. If they make the game more like that mode more casual, like the easy mode easier, then yeah, I'll play this more often. But until that happens, I feel like I need to be in the mood, ready to be in it for the long haul. You know what I mean?
Ready to smash your head against the computer screen. Yeah.
Right. And on solo, you get 6 buildings rather than 4 to make up for the fact that you don't have any friends to play with. So,
Yeah.
and you said in a 4-player game, each player only gets to pick 2 buildings.
Yes, each player gets to pick two buildings. It seems like you have AI uh cooperative partners, and I'm curious to how you request buildings in that sense.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna try that out next.
Awesome. All right. I didn't know you could use AI friends in this. That's quite
Mhm.
interesting. I'm wondering if like playing with 4 of them would be easier, but I guess we'll.
That's what I'm testing.
All right. Well, you let me
That'll
know.
be interesting.
You let me know if it works out. Then I'll probably play it more
No worries.
with more AI people.
Mhm.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. This is Vincent Lee. Have a good one.
Bye, guys.